Good morning, everybody. Um, this video might just be already late for everybody because everybody already knows, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I have to. So it has been announced not too long ago, real recent. Bernie is suspending his campaign. Actually, I have not watched the video. I can't seem to find it. I keep seeing all these headlines, and that's unfortunate. Uh, you know what? No, it's not unfortunate. It sucks. My wife was really disappointed about it. We were both Bernie supporters. Um, this wasn't it wasn't easy, obviously. Now, for me personally, I already kind of anticipated him not winning the primary because of Biden's strong influence with the media. I mean, I mean, you could tell this machine is big, so it's kind of hard to go against it by yourself. And Bernie proved that that it was hard. He tried twice, and it pretty much showed true colors in the situation. Now, what does this mean? Well, it sadly means that Bernie. Well, it doesn't mean bad things. Bernie's still going to fight the good fight in the House. He's still going to represent us when he can. All that stuff. That's all he really can do at this point. He's focusing on. From what I heard, he was focusing on the COVID-19 situation more than he wanted to focus on his campaign. And obviously, he knew the path to victory was very narrow, and especially with the situation, like people can't go out, so he can't go campaign, he can't go to rallies. That's Bernie's bread and butter. That's how he gets his supporters. He has a rally, he talks to them, gives them a speech, all that stuff. Even if it's sometimes repetitive speeches that I've heard 100 times from every speech. They're obviously you have to be scripted speeches sometimes. Doesn't mean that it didn't have a really big impact. It did. And he couldn't go and knock on people's doors. He couldn't get supporters of his own to knock on people's doors. He couldn't do that. So he knew it was a very hard situation. And Biden had media. So even if Bernie continued, Biden had mainstream media had his back. They were going to focus entirely on him because he obviously was the front runner. And everybody was just going to keep attacking Bernie. And Bernie was just going to keep going and have to defend himself. And that was just not going to work out. Reality pushing forward is I'm new to politics in 2016. I was watching the whole campaign, and I didn't care for Bernie at first because I thought it was just another typical politician. And then I heard his speeches. I got to hear his ideas and what he stood for the past 30 years. I looked him up, and 30 plus years, and I realized he's legit. He's actually one of those politicians who actually did care about the people and has been fighting since then to make sure that people got all the equal rights, from the civil rights movement to $15 an hour to from Amazon and Disney, I think, as well. He's been on the front run for celebrating LGBTQ communities. The man has been a front runner for all that. So he was a real legit guy who was going to bring everyone together, not just one special group, everyone. But sadly, it didn't work out, and I am disappointed that he didn't get to continue. But it's not. I don't blame Bernie for having to do what he had to do. This is politics sometimes, especially since he's against the machine. There was no way he was going to win. He knew this already, but he proved a lot. If this was a fight, he left a lot of bruises on Biden. He left a couple rounds boxing with that dude. He left him a lot of bruises because he showed that, look, I'm the candidate in American history who got more single donations, less than like $20 from people, not from big companies, nothing like that, from people. And I believe he also got some from the unions as well, but he didn't do that because, he was going to get influence. Unions, sometimes they're doing it for the people too. So that's just the whole concept. That's another argument here and there to go on. But he was really trying to be a legit president. So this didn't work out, but luckily, it shows us now that from 2016 to 2020, it was the same formula. It wasn't that, and people are going to say, oh, it was Bernie. Do not believe in that whole concept that if Biden loses, it's because of Bernie. Hillary didn't lose because of Bernie. Hillary lost because she didn't try hard to campaign when she was in the general. She didn't try to compete or debate as much with Trump. Trump was everywhere. Hillary wasn't. She was kind of a ghost. That was the problem. She didn't try, and she didn't even try to make real policies to really believe in. We couldn't trust her because she already looked like a bad politician or in running against the primary against Bernie. She used all her little tricks, And everything kept coming back and resurfacing, so she wasn't going to win, but she thought she had a clear path. Anyways, and then she just blames Bernie because she didn't win. No, that's not how it went. That's not how it happened. And now it's going to happen, same thing with Biden. If Biden loses, they're going to say, oh, it's because Bernie didn't drop out soon enough. And that's ridiculous because he's in the general. He should be able to beat him. There shouldn't be an excuse that the primary was an issue. You're in general now. You're the main event. You wanted to win this? You wanted this shot? Prove your self-worth. Don't tell me that, oh, it's just because of this and that. No, it's because of you. You lost because of you. When Trump beats a Democrat, it's because you let him beat you. It's because, and it's not even that difficult. You just need to beat the bully. And you could have done that with Bernie, but you didn't want to do it with Bernie. You want to do it with another established politician who's going to lose again. And the reason why they're going to lose is because people who are progressive, people who really believe in change, don't want the same thing anymore. So they're not going to put another establishment Democrat in there. They're going to try to get a progressive in there. That's why there have been progressives who have actually won and who are in the seats, who are in the House. That's why AOC is in the office. Maybe she had to support the bill. I don't know. The stimulus bill, which was not really 100% legit for everybody, but sometimes there's like a pick and choose battle situation with those things. I don't know what to tell you. But people like that exist, and they will continue with Bernie's message, even if he can't carry it on at this point. So moving forward, this is actually not too bad of a thing because it's going to let us know that we need a new party. We need a different party. We need to stop dealing with this two-system party where it's Democrats or Republicans. Oh, you either have to choose a Democrat or you have to choose a Republican. Otherwise, you're throwing away your vote. That's what they always say. Want to know why they always say that? Want to know why they keep doing that? They don't want you to come together. Of course, they want you to pick whatever they want you to pick. They're asking you to pick it. They're telling you have the choice between the gun or the knife. Which one choose? Which one's less painful? Come on. That's what they're telling you. Which one's less painful? No, they're both painful, no matter what. No matter how you try to present it, even if you put a little bow on top of the pistol or the knife, it still is a dangerous weapon. So would be Biden. Biden would be some incremental good, but then he'd also be bad. Trump is also the same. Trump is worse, but there's no good or better. They're both bad. That's the point. There's still two terrible people who are going to cost people some lives. You know it. So am I going to say, yeah, let those people come in when they know they don't mind blood in their hands? The fact that we just found out Biden might be a sexual assault person? This is crazy. No, we're not going to. You can't vote for someone with no principles and no rights because you have to make the choice between those. So you don't. You don't have to make that choice. You can make a new one. If this isn't your year, develop a new year. We're going to have, 4 years is hard. 2024 is going to be hard. But maybe from that point, we'll be able to grow a party within those 4 years that is actually going to do good for the people. There are some parties out there, but we need one more stronger party just to really put it out there and to go against these Democrats and Republicans because we can't take it anymore. No more Democratic establishment politicians. No more Republican politicians. No more of this crap. We need someone who's legitimately looking out for the best interests of everyone, not just one special group, everyone. That's the point. Look, I want you guys, I'm going to leave it on this note. We are the ants. People with wealth, people who have influenced our politicians, influenced our system, our political system for their own benefit, are the grasshoppers. They think of us as the ones who have to serve them, work for them. And some of us agreed that, they made the money, so they deserve for us, for what they've earned. We just got to keep working harder. And that's just the capitalist mentality. That's just people want us to believe that's how it works. Some people are successful and some people aren't. Not everybody wants to be someone who worked 50 times a day just to get their money. But people are going to be like, oh, that's not an excuse. Well, then you're not going to get money. That's ridiculous. You didn't mean to tell me you got to work work your entire life, every single day, every hour, you have to waste this in order to make a profit? That's crazy. What if we just want to settle for a nice, comfortable place, be able to live in an apartment without worrying whether or not we can afford the rent, living paycheck to paycheck? What about that? That concept doesn't seem right? Like I said, we're the ants. If one of us stands up to them, they're going to come and say, whoa, we got to crush that guy. Because once we stand up, all of us stand up. Imagine civil rights movement, the women's right to votes, all of that. It came with us. Not just Martin Luther King Jr., not just everybody else, not just one special leader, all of us. And they knew that too. Anyways, I'll leave it on that note. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a tragedy, but, for those who were Bernie supporters, hang in there. There's still a chance for us to make a difference, even if it's not this cycle. Okay? Catch you guys later. Peace.